Welcome back to another OBDSync tutorial. Today we'll be going through how to unlock a Chevrolet Caprice PPV radio. So go ahead, click vehicle, click on the radio, and we'll load up all of our radio options and configurations. In today's episode we'll be going through and showing a flashing capability. First off we have our identification screen, so configuration, and then finally this will be our flashing screen here. The flashing actually requires doing a USB update. So you must have a USB cable fitted to your radio first, and you must have a 4GB thumb drive. So we're showing here that the Bluetooth and USB and iPod options are not available in the radio before unlocking. Once we're ready, we'll click on right and it will show us the prompt. This prompt indicates basically that it is going to take about 10 to 15 minutes for the flashing, so you must have a battery maintainer connected to the vehicle. You must also have the USB cable fitted to your radio, and it must be using a 4GB thumb drive that is formatted to FAT32. Really important to have all those. So once we have the thumb drive connected, we can press download files, we can select our thumb drive and press OK. My thumb drive here, it says 32 gigs, but it is reformatted it to 4GB. It's really important. If you don't do that, you can have a lot of issues or it won't detect it at the radio. So I just grabbed a cheap one from a local Officeworks, reformatted it and made sure it was empty and have connected up to here. Once it's downloaded, we can press OK. We can go ahead and unplug it from the computer and we can go plug it into our USB cable in the vehicle. I'm doing this on the bench today just to make it easy to demonstrate to you guys. Here's my poor attempt of showing the USB cable connected. There we go. So once that's all plugged in, we are then able to proceed with the flashing. So again, making sure that you absolutely do have a battery maintainer on, since this process does take up to 15 minutes. I will be fast forwarding through it today, so once we start flashing, we'll see the first percent or two and we will skip ahead. So go ahead, we'll see our blue screen. So we're now into the programming mode of the radio. We do our first file here, flashing in. And now we do our second file. And we'll skip ahead here to the end. At this point we can see it's verifying checksum. So this is once we're at the 100% mark for flashing that part of the file. It will then ask for the USB stick just there. So I'm just showing again, I've got it plugged in, and it will then show that it's the download initialization from the USB. So now it's processing and waiting to verify it's happy with everything on the USB. And we'll see that update shortly to show a update percentage in that progress bar just there. Again, I will fast forward through this part just because it does take several minutes. So once we see the first few percent, we will skip through right to the end. So we have our 1%, that's the start of our USB update. There we go, now we're at 94. This part here usually takes only a couple minutes to do. So we go through, now it's going to verify all the checksums and information. And once it's done, it will then reboot. We'll get a black screen. Our software will indicate that it's completed. And now it's just a matter of waiting for the radio to wake up. So we see here it flashes a few times, and then we will see the actual screen light up with the boot logo, and now that procedure has been completed. So we can go ahead and click on the phone button. We'll see now we can actually can pair to the phone there. We also have our audio, Bluetooth audio, iPod and USB options available, and under config we can see the Bluetooth option, which allows us to pair and see other settings related to it. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.